More than 160 people have been injured following 2 Iranian missile strikes on southern Israel on Saturday evening. Italians are heading to the polls in a 2-day referendum to vote on whether they want to change their judiciary system. 2 Iranian missile strikes on southern Israel injured more than 160 people, including 11 seriously on Saturday evening. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu visited the city of Arad, where 84 people were injured, according to first responders.
If you want proof that Iran endangers the entire world, the last 48 hours have given it. In the last 48 hours, Iran targeted a civilian area. They're doing that as a mass murder weapon. Luckily, no one was killed, but that's due to luck.
Hours earlier, a first attack struck the city of Dimona, where 78 people were injured, including children, Israeli emergency officials say. Dimona is home to a strategic nuclear research center and is located around 5 kilometers from the impact site. While tensions in the Middle East are escalating and the global energy crisis is deepening, Donald Trump has issued an ultimatum to the Iranian regime to open the Strait of Hormuz within 48 hours, threatening devastating strikes on Iran's energy infrastructure. Tehran warns it would fully close the Strait of Hormuz if the US carried out its threats. Italians head to the polls to decide whether to approve or reject constitutional changes affecting the judiciary. The 2-day referendum, led by the Conservative Prime Minister Giorgia Meloni, has sharpened political divisions and unified the centre-left opposition. As of 7 p.m, according to the Interior Ministry, turnout stood at 38.90% of eligible voters. This is higher than in previous 2-day referendums. In 2025, just over 16% had voted by 7 p.m. Meloni says the reform would make the justice system more efficient and less politicized. But critics argue it could undermine judicial independence and increase political influence over courts. The most controversial proposal would replace elections for most members of the Superior Council of the Judiciary, the body that governs judges' careers, with a lottery system. The vote is seen by many commentators as a test for Meloni's government 1 year ahead of national elections.
The French Navy intercepted and boarded a tanker in the Mediterranean Sea on Friday. President Emmanuel Macron said it is linked to Russia's sanctioned Shadow Fleet, which ships oil in violation of international sanctions over Moscow's war on Ukraine. The tanker Dana is suspected of operating under a false flag designation. The interception took place in the Western Mediterranean and was carried out in cooperation with allies such as the United Kingdom. The tanker was diverted and escorted by the French Navy to an anchorage point for further checks. The case was referred to a prosecutor in the port of Marseille.
The exhibition Matisse 1941 to 1954, which highlights the final years of French painter Henri Matisse, opens its doors at the Grand Palais in Paris. More than 300 paintings, drawings, books and cut-out gouaches trace this key period in the artist's life, considered his most prolific.
Cette période a été pour Matisse, qui était pourtant un vieil artiste, puisqu'il a 70 ans en 1941, 84 ans lorsqu'il s'éteint en 1954 à Nice. Eh bien, ça a été la plus prolifique parmi les plus prolifiques de toute sa carrière de peintre. C'est le moment aussi où il va vraiment se réinventer à travers un médium qui est celui de la gouache découpée. Et à travers ce médium, voilà, créer des œuvres qui vont être de plus en plus monumentales. Et c'est cet aspect-là de Matisse qu'on va pouvoir découvrir à Paris.
The exhibition spans 2 floors and the works are presented in an atmosphere inspired by the artist's working conditions.
Ce que nous avons voulu restituer dans l'exposition et dans le parcours de l'exposition, c'est cette intimité avec l'atelier, c'est de pouvoir rentrer dans l'atelier de Matisse, se retrouver face aux œuvres comme si on était dans l'atelier de Matisse.
The exhibition brings together the painter's best-known works alongside pieces that remain little known in France and runs until July the 6th.